Hello and welcome to your favorite sport program on Wednesday evening like this on OSBC. My name is David Ojo. Yes, we have lots to talk about in the world of sport this morning, this evening, I beg your pardon. Yes, a lot has been happening in the Women's World Cup. Surprises, I must say, a lot of surprises are happening in the Female World Cup at the moment. Yes, I thought it's only Nigeria that will represent Africa, but things are changing this time around. And these are some of the things that we're going to discuss today on Spotlight. Yes, I'm using the word we because I'm not the only one in the studio today that will be doing it with you for you to enjoy. Yes, I have with me, Charles Odiga. It's good to have you on Spotlight once again.
Yeah, good evening. Wonderful day, and we are here to do justice to the latest sport news around the globe.
All right, let's start with the Female World Cup, the FIFA Women's World Cup. You know, they keep saying it's the ladies' world. Yeah. Yes, but we also have to start with that. I don't know what the kind of word I have to use now, but I am surprised.
Yes, surprise is the word to use. In the game of football, expect surprises. And as we know presently, they are no longer minors all over the world. Sometimes you feel you just come and walk past a team, a country, you find out you have your hands packed full with a lot of surprises. And with what we saw yesterday when South Africa also got a ticket to qualify for the knockout stage, you find out that the girls from this part of the world, the African side, decided to come out smoking. And if you look at the teams that represented Africa, every one of them got a win. Zambia got the last win before they were knocked out.
Yeah.
Morocco also got a win before they went. And for Morocco and Zambia, this is the first time they are coming to the Female World Cup. It was like a baptism of fire for them. But after losing,
for them to know that this is another thing
entirely. After losing their first two matches, they came back smoking in the third match and got a win. And though it was too late for them to qualify, they made an impression. And for South Africa, we all know that they were very unfortunate when they played a 2-2 draw with Argentina in the first match. They were 2 goals up, and they just allowed the 2 goals to slip past them. And in the second match, they fought hard to get a draw. While in the third match, they had to dig deep into injury time before they got that wonderful goal that sent them into the round of 16 and sent Italy out of the competition. Italy only needed a draw against South Africa, but South Africa came to get the win, and they are in the last 16.
Well, looking at that game between the South Africans, talking about the Bayanas of South Africa and the Azuris of Italy, all the Italians needed was just a draw.
Yes.
And all what South Africa needed was a win.
Yes.
And be honest with me, Charles.
Yeah.
Looking at that game.
Yes.
Were you giving the South African that kind of chance for that game?
No, I really didn't give them any chance. It was a game that the Italians dominated. Right from the first half, they dominated. They created chances. And I also say they were very unlucky in that match because the first goal South Africa scored, the first goal they got was an own goal from the Italian defender. I think she had every chance to kick that ball out into safety, but she decided to play with her goalkeeper. And as God will have it, for the South Africans, the goalkeeper was not well placed, and the ball just strode into the net, making it 1-1. The South Africa now got the second goal, leading 2-1 before Italy came back to equalize. So Italy were very, very comfortable in that match. They believe that they have actually gotten the draw, but the God of soccer spoke on behalf of the South Africans, and they got that needed goal through their captain at the very last minutes.
Yeah, just 3 minutes before the end of the game. It was just an amazing one from that South African sensational player. Talking about Tembe Nana. Yeah, it was the one that gave the South African another hope, at least, to be in the round of 16.
Yes.
All right, another surprise game in this last phase is the one between Brazil and Jamaica.
Yeah.
The Brazil is out of the game now.
Yes, it's surprising.
Oh yeah, it's surprising.
Because when Brazil go to competitions, you expect them to, the worst we expect them to get is a quarter-final stage, and this is a country that has not only done well in the male football, they've also done so very well in the female football. I remember Marta. She always single-handedly, take the Brazilians anywhere they want to go to, and they come out smoking, they come out victorious. But this time around, they needed a draw against Jamaica. Jamaica, a team that is like a greenhorn. This is a country that's like a greenhorn in this competition, and nobody expected them to even come out of that group. Brazil was a sure bet, and Brazil was a country that bookmakers tipped will qualify from that group easily and make it to the round of 16. But they battled against Jamaica. They piled a lot of pressure on the Jamaican defense. They played the Jamaicans hands down, but it's like they forgot their scoring boot in the hotel that day. And the Jamaicans had to hold on. They knew that if they could hold on, they would get the needed point to qualify, and they got the needed point, and they are through to the round of 16.
So it's going to be Jamaica, France in that Group F.
Yeah.
Looking at the games being played, and in Group G, surprisingly, it's going to be South Africa and Sweden. Yes, Argentina too are not too good.
Yes.
In fact, when we look at the second game of South Africa had all it takes to win that game.
Yes.
After 2 goals, and the Argentines have to come back and
they equalized. They were lucky in that game, but at the end of the day, they were not lucky to scale through. Football entails a lot of things. You need the luck, you need the composure, you need to take your opportunity anytime you get it, and you need your defense to be very focused, and the goalkeeper to be at his or her best. So as we have it now, the Argentines should be at home by now.
All right, before we go to what will happen tomorrow, let's just look at now Nigeria is going to play against England.
That's a tall order.
Okay, before we talk about Nigeria, let's talk about South Africa that just qualified. They're going to play on Sunday against the Netherlands.
Yes, Netherlands, very good country. They've done so well in this competition. They came tops in their group. When it gets to this stage, they say for you to be the best, you must be ready to beat the best.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Netherlands, very good country, and the South Africans are going to have it very tough. But at this stage, nobody cares. Yeah. We don't care who we are playing. You might be the best, and you might have everything going for you. We believe it's 11 against 11. If the South Africans, can play the way they played against Italy, and cover their red, in fact they be conceding goals. They consider about 4 or more goals in these group stages, and this is the knockout stage. Just little mistake.
You can't just go back and go back to the drawing board.
The drawing board is
just 90 minutes or probably penalty.
So they have to go out there. They don't need to respect the Netherlands. They don't need to respect them. They just have to go out there and play their game. And I also know that the Netherlands will be weary of them. This is a good South African team. They are the African champions. They are the
one that really even take us away in the semi-finals.
Yes, they're the one that we have always been defeating them. But that particular women championship in Africa, they had to send us packing. I won't wait for the 3rd place match against Zambia. We also lost it. So we are the 4th best team in Africa that went to the World Cup. I'm giving the South Africa the chance. They should not be afraid. And if they can go on there take their chances. Their attack will always find a way of scoring goals, and their defense will always find a way of conceding goals. So if the defense can hold their own against the Netherlands, we might find an African country in the quarterfinal. And if you also look at it, this is the first time they are qualifying for the round of 16 in the Women's Championship.
Now let's talk about Nigeria now. Nigeria is going to play Monday, and we're going to play against the Three Lions of England. Looking at that game, we all know who England is at the moment.
Yes,
we know their players.
They are the European champions. And they've been scoring goals after goals in this competition. Their last group stage match, they hammered China by 6 goals to 1. Yes, I came with one of my colleagues, Olasukomi David, and when we were discussing in the office, he said that we are definitely coming back home. He said, if you look at the
he's not patriotic.
No, we are not talking about patriotism this time. We are analyzing, and we decided to analyze. He said the only thing is that we don't know the number of goals we are going to collect. Yes, but definitely we are coming back home. And I told him at this stage, anything can happen. That our girls can go out there and shock the Lioness of England. And I also read this morning one of the former top great players of England warning their girls to be wary of this Nigerian side. We can go out there and spring surprises, but just like we said about South Africa, our defense must hold their own, and they've not done too badly in this competition. They've even let in 2 goals in the second match where we defeated the Aussies by 3 goals to 2. It's a tall order. It's a match that the bookmakers have already given to the Lioness, but don't write out the Super Falcons. We can come in there and spring surprises, just as we did against Australia.
All right, talking about the Super Falcons, let's look at this lady that will not be part of this round of 16. I think it's a very important player. Abiodun has been given red card, and FIFA said they've go through
from 1 match suspension to 3 matches.
So she's not going to be part of this.
Yes.
Is it going to be a minus for?
It's going to be a minus for us. They call her Kante. That's her nickname, and she plays from the left side of defense. This is her first World Cup, and it's very, very unfortunate that she got that red card at the dying minutes. So the game was almost going off in our first match where we played a goalless draw with Canada. And since then, we expected that she would come back after 1 match ban, the 3rd match, that she'll be able to play, but now they came up with more sanctions. This is not a good news for her. This is not a good news for the team. This is not a good news for Nigeria. But you see, in a competition like this, we went there with 23 players, and at every particular time, every wing has a substitute. The substitute might not be as good as her. She has played 2 matches after Kante. She has played 2 matches and a bit of the first match. 2 full matches after Kante Abiodun got the red card. But as it is now, we have to make do of what we have. If you have the opportunity to put on the white green jersey of Nigeria, and you are in that Falcons camp, you must be ready to spill blood. You must be ready to give your life. You must be ready to give your best. And now with the type of swagger that FIFA has come with, and it's because of the Nigerian team, these guys are going to be paid their money directly.
I was about to ask you that, but I think to the players, this is good news.
This is good news.
To the coach,
this is good news because he fought for it. He complained, he complained that 2 years back, these guys are still being owed allowances and other money like that. And FIFA decided this time around that because of the Super Falcons, they are going to pay all the players directly to their account. For the girls, like you said, it's a good news. For the technical crew, it's a good news. But for Nigeria, it's a great embarrassment.
Especially for the NFF. I'm sorry to use that word.
Yes,
it's not going to be a good news because they know how to just slash that money and make it so.
Which is not supposed to be so. Let's look at it from this point of view. They also have their allowances. They are civil servants. And because they have traveled out with the girls to go and represent the country somewhere, the government will pay them their money. They will pay them their money. We have allowances, we have night allowance, and this time around they are not in the country. They are going to be paid in foreign currencies. They are going to be paid in dollars. And these girls, I also know that they are good girls. By the time they even collect the money, they will even still sort out the coaches, sort out the members of the technical crew, sort out the people from the NFL.
Coming out from.
Yes, they will sort out these people. So why hold on to their money? Why will you allow them to go out there and sweat it out, play, get injured? At the end of the day, you hold for 2 years. You are holding on to the money. You know, we said it before the World Cup started, when we heard that there was wranglings in the camp, and that the girls were complaining that they were not going to play their first match against Canada. They made the captain of the team, Onomebi, and one other official come out to say there's no wahala in the team, that everything is cool, everything is calm, everything is collected, that nobody's owing them. But the coach had to voice out because he's also involved, and I'm sure he too has not collected his allowances. And you know, if he has not gone to this stage of this competition, maybe they would have sent him packing. And so he had to come out because this might even be his last chance to handle these girls. It's not a good one for us. How many countries do we have there? We have 8 group with about 36 or 38 countries coming up to play a competition, and where the problem is coming from is from Nigeria, because our players are not getting what is entitled to them. So that's a very, very big embarrassment.
Well, I think it's a good one, just like you said, for the ladies, that now the monies will go into their own account, which is what Nigerians are. Some Nigerians, especially football pundits, they're happy about this time around. They know that what they really fought for, they've been given at the end of the day. And I think it's a good one from FIFA, making sure that these monies will go to these ladies. And it will also, I think it will also ginger them up.
Yes,
to see that, okay, if we can get to the round of 16, if we get to the quarterfinal, that will be more money.
Yes, the more they go in the competition, the victory they get in this competition, the more money for them. And the girls know it. And the girls are also, you know, happy that the FIFA female vice president came to pay them a visit after the last match against who this time around, against the girl from the Irish, the Ireland,
the Republic of Ireland.
Republic of Ireland. The FIFA female vice president came into the dressing room, you know, to congratulate the girls and also to celebrate with them for qualifying for the knockout stages. So all these things coming together is a good one for the girls. But like I said before this competition started, they should not allow anyone to fly from Nigeria to Australia or New Zealand this time around. Nobody should go and distract the girls.
Ladies.
Thank you. We don't even have thank God we don't even have a sport minister for now. That I want to carry.
We hope the likes of Ibrahim Guzal will not.
They should just remain. They should remain where they are.
Allow the coach to do his job.
Most of the time, you see what happened. Maybe when they finish the first half of such game that we are about to go into, you find these people rushing into the dressing room to go and start speaking to the girls. Who are you? You do your job as an administrator. Allow the coach to do his job. One person, 3 people will be talking to one person, and in that dressing room there will be a lot of shouting and instructions and counter instructions. I think this is time for us to allow the girls to do their thing, to play their game, and God willing, we might be able to scale through England. It might be another miracle of the man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
A miracle in New Zealand or in Australia, and we hope that things will turn out for them. Well, that's the spirit. We just have to be positive about this Super Falcons. They've done us well. We all thought that probably looking at the group that they have.
Yes, a group of death.
It was a group of death that probably they might not be able to go out. Looking at the Olympic champions, talking about Canada being in that group. Co-host talking about Australia. And the debutant Republic of Ireland have been doing pretty well in the competition.
And if you look at the FIFA ranking, Nigeria is below all the teams in that group. We are 40 in the group, and you have most of these other countries 16, 22nd in the world. So I think, like the coach also said, he said nobody expected them to get out of this group. And for qualifying, it's a beautiful one. But I think we would have done a little bit better if we have, topped the group, if we have got those balls behind the net against the
Especially the header that Kanu did, that went through the bar, and
everybody thought it was going.
I thought it was a goal as well. But I was like, wow, this is a goal. But unfortunately, we did not. But before we leave Nigeria, ladies, I look at that game between the Republic of Ireland and the Super Falcons, and I found out that we do more of defensive, and we rely more on counter-attacks. That's going to be impossible for us against the English ladies.
It might not be impossible, because if you look at the game we have played, we only dominate sometimes in the second half. The first half we allowed
them to do their play.
Yes, in the first half against Canada, they dominated the game. In the first half against Australia, though they were dominating, we were scoring. And also against Highland, that everybody expected us to bamboozle them and get the goals. We were coming from behind. We are playing a type of compact football. We choke up the midfield, we choke up the defense, and we know that our attackers are very fast. Kanu is fast, Oshoala is also very fast as the arrowhead. So we come from behind. Then I also talk about this lady Payne. This lady, a beautiful lady, playing beautiful football. She's more or less from the United States of America. She decided to come home to play for Nigeria because she has Nigerian blood flowing in her. The way she controls the ball, the way she distributes the ball is just something else. And for that first half goal that Oshoala lost, you saw the pass that Kanu laid for her. It was just for Oshoala to finish up that chance, and the commentator said everybody around here expects that net to shake, but unfortunately the net did not shake. It was not a good game for her. So we don't know, maybe the coach will decide to rest her and bring in Onumonu to start in the quarterfinal. But everything is in the hands of the coach. And this time around,
you have to take all your best
we must also take our chances. Yes, we must also take our chances. If we are not able to,
I just believe that Oshoala just have to be a little bit sharper than what she was, especially against the match between Ireland. And this is a round of 16. I know they all know, because they are professionals and they know what is at stake, and they know that even beating England is something that they should be proud of, and we hope.
Yes, it's what we can do. We use our African power for them. By the time you jam one or two of them.
Well, football is not about African power.
No, we can't.
It's not about skills.
We can use our strength. We have the skills. Our girls are skillful.
Have you seen the English ladies play?
I have seen them. They are beatable.
All right. Well, that's going to be on Monday, and interestingly, we're going to show that match live on OSBC at exactly 8:30 a.m. and that's
AM or PM?
Or PM. That's when that game will come up, and we'll see how it's going to be. We're going to show it live, and we hope that you're going to enjoy the best of these wonderful ladies, and we pray that they come out victorious at the end of the game. So we are expecting a positive result from the Super Falcons. Not only the Super Falcons this time around, even the Bayanas of South Africa, we're expecting a good result against the Netherlands. Yes, we might say the Netherlands are a very good team as well, but there's nothing impossible, especially when it comes to football, and we hope that this will come and we all rejoice with these African ladies.
And we sing it's a miracle working God.
Oh yeah. We're gonna sing that. All right, before we leave the ladies, let's talk about games that will be played tomorrow. In Group H, one of the African representatives talked about Morocco will be playing against Colombia. Colombia happens to be a very good team.
Yes, and Morocco also have a good chance of qualifying.
Oh yeah.
Because they won their second match after losing the first match. And if they pick a draw, probably they get a win, the better for them. They will go through. See, it has gotten to the stage where everybody now has a good team. And the last group matches which are played simultaneously, you'll be getting fillers from the other center, but nobody will play before anybody. it's the same time. And I believe that the Moroccans should be gingered that we already have 2 teams from Africa right there in the round of 16, which is the knockout stage. And they will also want to prove a point that they didn't qualify for this competition because they hosted the African Women Championship. They qualified because they have a very good team and that their hard work has brought them to this stage. So Colombia, Morocco tomorrow. And we also have a Moroccan breaking the record in this World Cup by being the first player to use an hijab in this competition. So they have all it takes, you know, to come out there and play good football. And if the God of soccer is on our side, if there is a God of soccer, then we should be able to get them into the round of 16 too.
I think it's going to be a very good one. If at the end of the day, out of 4, we have 3 qualifying for the round of 16. Talking about Nigeria, South Africa, and Africa is on Morocco anyway.
And it also shows that we need more. Slots in this women championship.
The more we go, the better our slots.
So far, I think our performance, the performances of the Super Falcons and the Bayana of South Africa has shown that they need to give Africa more slots to be at the female World Cup, just as we are getting an improved slot in the male World Cup. I think all they need to do is open it up more.
Probably one of them could get to the semi-finals. Who says they won't give us any slots?
It's a tall order, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
So tomorrow at exactly 11 a.m. Nigerian time, that's when Morocco and Colombia will slug it out. The second game, these games they played simultaneously because the last game in that group is going to be between South Korea and Germany. And we will see who will end up winning.
It was South Korea that Morocco defeated in their second match, and I think they also have a win or they have a draw. So they too want to come out against Germany to see if they can get a shot at the knockout stage. For Germany, also a very good female playing country, and it will be a big surprise, just like we have of Brazil not qualifying, for they not to qualify. So it's going to be a tough match. The girls are going to go on at each other, but at the end of the day, we are praying for an African victory.
All right, we're praying for an African victory at the end of the day. We're hoping that Morocco will join the likes of Nigeria and South Africa in the round of 16, and we hope that with that level, one African team or 2 African teams, you can never even say, maybe the 3 African teams will get into the quarterfinals and probably move to the semi-finals. And who says, child, that we can't even get to the finals?
It's possible. This is football. And football is made for all now. It's nobody's birthright. It's no country's birthright. Go out there, give your best, do your best, do what is expected of you, and you get the victory with God on your side.
All right, away from the ladies, because it's always the ladies' sports, especially when they're playing their World Cup. We just have to give them that, minutes for us to analyze those games in the female World Cup at the moment. All right, let's move away from that. Let's talk about the MPFL. Looking at about 10 stadia have been designated to be used for the 2023-2024 season of the MPFL, and the co-sponsors and the Nigerian Premier League has announced 10 venues. Yes, let me just quickly let you know some of these venues, which you all know anyway. The Yimba International Stadium in Aba is one. The Akpabio, Gospel Akpabio Stadium.
That's a wonderful stadium. Very beautiful stadium.
Then the Sonia Abacha Stadium, the one in Kano. Yes, we have the Kwara State Stadium, the one in Ilorin, and the Rampam Stadium in Jos. And also we have the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, that one is in Benin, and the Lagos Salami Stadium, the one that you know
in Ibadan.
Then where we had our last Super 8 competition, the Bolaji Johnson Arena, that stadium too will be used. And Muhammad Diko Stadium in Katsina, Pantami Stadium, and also Gombe. These are some of the stadiums that will be used at the end of this competition. And I think it's going to be a good one this time around. If we're using these lovely stadiums, and they are going to beam them live.
Super Sport is taking them live.
And we have $5 million for this competition, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Yes, it's a good one. That we are even brought out some stadiums. These stadiums have been inspected. They have proven to be very good stadium, and they have this good turf, and the stands are there. One other thing I want them to look into is security. You find out most times when matches are being played at home here, you don't have enough stewards, enough security, even to safeguard the safety of the players and the safety of the match officials. And it's going to be coming on TV, which is a nice one too. Live matches coming on TV. We'll be able to sit back home
and watch our
home too, and analyze these games from home. So the win at home syndrome
will be probably erased.
Will be probably erased because we'll be seeing these referees doing it live, and we'll be able to score them as they are doing it. And this will also help our referees because as we are seeing them at home, the international community is also seeing them. Confederation of African Football is seeing them. Federation of International Football Association (FIFA) is also seeing them, and this will also assist them to get a slot going out in Africa, starting from WAFU, going to CAF, to handle matches. It will not be, and I'm also sure because since we are having a sponsor now, the indemnity of these referees is going to be taken care by the sponsors and not by the teams. I said it here some few weeks back that back then it is the team that pays the referee,
the accommodation, the feeding, the transportation,
they take care of them, their hotel, their feeding, is the teams that take care of it. But this time around, it's going to be moving out from the team. The home team might not even get to see the referee until the pre-match briefing on the morning of that match. So it's going to be very difficult to assess them. So the officials also need this security, so that we have a good level playing ground. And for the players themselves, we have a lot of them moving out of the shores of Nigeria now, going outside African countries, going out to Europe, going out to Saudi Arabia to play. It's also a nice one from their part. And we have our players developing. This time around, our national coaches should be able to go around the centers and pick players, not no man stuff again. Pick players that can represent this country, throwing away the issue of godfatherism and other negative issues like that that have brought down, dampened our sports, our football in this country. Then again, these players are going to be well kitted. We don't know whether they are going to have the opportunity to exchange jerseys this time around. By now we should be getting to that stage. Then now our facilities, we have not been able to use VAR. In the last Super 8,
I was about to ask you.
In the last Super 8, we are not able to use VAR, and you see a team like Remo Stars being cheated in the final against the Sporting Lagos team. So we should have all these things in place. If we have all these things in place, the bonuses of the players are paid as at when due. Their salaries are paid as at when due. Then medical facilities also there. I think I watched the match one time in Lagos, in Ibadan Liberty Stadium, and the player got injured and they wanted to take him to the hospital. Yeah, bro, David, they had to push the ambulance. They have to physically, they have to push. I'm telling you, they had to push the ambulance before it started. On a serious note, and you find out most time when the players get injured, they fall on the pitch. The medical team will go there with pure water. Pure water in world football now. You will even see them stitching a player right there if he has a deep cut right there on the field. So We need all these things to be put in place. We have wonderful talents in Nigeria. We have beautiful talents in Nigeria, and all these guys need is encouragement. If we can get our league to be one of the best in Africa, what stops players from other African countries from coming to play in our league?
What stops the likes of this Nike, Adidas, and the rest, sponsoring our league? And it's all about money.
What stops Igalo for coming to play back home?
What's stopping the likes of Messi to come over to Nigeria and play in our league? These are some of the things that because nobody ever thought Saudi Arabia will have Saudi.
Yes, that's what we are going to. And if we have a player of such magnitude coming to play in our league,
everybody will come to
Nigeria will now become a mecca of foreign players coming to play in our league, just like it's happening in South Africa today, in Saudi Arabia today. If you see the number of players that have gone to their league already, because Cristiano Ronaldo opened the door, and it's now a mecca for players to go there and play football. I think we can also have such in our league. Then finally, we now talk about the fans. The fans have lost a lot of hope on our football back home, and all they want to do is monitor this thing. Our league can also come into this. They are betting stuff. The Imba versus Kano Pillars, they say it's a draw. When I got to know about this betting was then in Lagos when we were playing at the Onyeka Stadium. They will bet for 4 teams. Let me tell you the types of betting. First throwing. First throwing. The team that will get the first throwing, they will bet. They will bet first corner. They will bet first goal. They will bet first set piece. They will bet almost everything. Then they will not bet the winner of the game, whether there will be a winner, whether it will be a draw or things like that. So if we can also have such too in our football back home there, where we'll be interested in our home, then again the jerseys. The jerseys, you sell these jerseys, you make money from them. Then also the tickets. Sell a booklet of home matches of Remo Stars. Make sure that booklet is sold, and all you need to do, if it's Remo Eniba, you just cut that page and go and watch. If it's Remo Insurance,
at least you have the lineup of the games.
They are already there with dates. If there's going to be postponement, they will allow us to know, and it will be adjusted. Then if in a day you don't have the chance to go and watch, you can give the ticket to somebody else, because you've already paid for it. Whether you go, whether you don't go, the team has already made its money. Then apart from jerseys, you see teams coming out with teacups, souvenir, this muffler, t-shirts, and other handband and other things like that. You sell it out to your supporters and you get the money. And the supporters should also help the team. A supporter will also come to the stadium and tell you, I've been watching this team for the past 40 years before your father was born. I need to enter this stadium free of charge. Over there in Europe, they pay. They pay. They even have seats. Permanent seats, whereby if you are not there, it's only your family member that can sit down there. If you are not there, your family members are not there, that place will be empty because you are paid for it. We should also introduce this into our league back, but it's a gradual process. We have started with picking the stadiums. We have also started by getting a sponsor. At the time, it was very difficult to get a sponsor. MTN came one time, they ran. Globalcom came one time, they ran away. But this time around, we'll be able, if we are able to hold on to our sponsors, and these sponsors are annoyed. They want to see where their money is going to, and they also want to make profit from it. They want to beautiful results, get yielding results. I cannot put my money somewhere that I will come back with a loss. So our officials too, the managers of the game, the NPFL, they have a very, very great job to do to make sure that our league comes back to that stage where it was before in African football.
Well, I think I'll have to recommend you to the NFF and the NPFL in their marketing department.
You'll be my godfather.
For them to know actually the pains of Nigerians, especially when it comes to our own football here. We all want to go back to the likes of the 3SC, the Bendel Insurance, the stationery stores of those days, and that when you come to Kano Pillars of those days, when you come to the pitch of play, the whole place is filled to the brim. That is what we are praying that our own league will come up again. So we hope that things will work out fine when the new season will kickstart this August. All right, let's move away from that. Let's talk about the CAF Champions League preliminary games, especially the one between Remo Stars and the Mediema SC of Ghana.
Yes.
The Ghanaians are the current defending champion of their league there, and they're playing against Remo Stars in Ghana. That will be where the first leg will.
Remo Stars is going away to Ghana.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, anything that comes out from Ghana is a good thing. These are good football playing African nation. Unfortunately, the Black Queens didn't qualify for the female World Cup at this time around. So Ghanaians are good ball jugglers. Ghanaians have known to have stopped us so many times from moving forward. The last one that still pains us is the World Cup, where the Black Stars of Ghana stopped the Super Eagles from going to the World Cup. So it's going to be a tall order for Remo Stars. And just like we have technology coming into play now, the game is going to be live on TV. And the only way they will get the home advantage is from the noise their supporters will be making and the intimidation they will be giving to players of the Remo Stars, which I believe already knows their onions. But when it comes to referee, they will not get any support, because I'm sure CAF will also be making use of VAR and other technology that have come into place. Now, Remo, this is the first time they are going out to the continent, and the team is not a pushover team. The team is well funded. The players are well taken care of, and I'm sure they've also recruited good players. We saw them at the Super 8, and they did not disappoint at all. So it's going to be a tough match, and you know, we are in the league stage.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in the league stage, we have not gotten to the knockout stage.
Yeah.
So they should just go there and get the 3 points, or at most get a draw. Come back around, they will not play them immediately. They will be playing another team at home, and they must also try to make sure that they pick their points at home without the support of any officials. And if they can, you know, come first or second in the group, they will have a chance to go into the knockout stage. And also talking about this competition, it's a money spinning competition. That's a CAF Champions League.
CAF is now, when you are there, you know that your club is swimming in
good money.
In good money.
Yeah, and so we want them to go out there. They are no longer Remo Stars, or if they are no longer Remo Stars of Ogun State or of Ijebu-Land or of Kenya, they are now Remo Stars of Nigeria.
Oh, yeah.
So and the national anthem is going to be sung for them that day, so they should go out there and be a good representative for us.
All right, the Mediema SC have settled on the Cape Coast Stadium, and that's where they'll host the Remo Stars of Nigeria on Sunday, the August 2023, before traveling to Nigeria for the second leg. So we're wishing our home Remo Stars the best of luck, and we hope that they move away from the preliminary rounds of the CAF Champions League, and we'll see how it will go at that moment. It's kind of unfortunate that the likes of Enimba and the rest are all in the preliminaries because of where they are at the moment, and some North African teams have been excluded.
Yeah, they got a bye.
Oh yeah, excluded from that preliminary. So it's just gets to the next round, take it one step after the other, get to the next round, and see where you would go. All right, before we because time is not just our friend, but before we leave football, let's just talk about this young guy that Tottenham has really been looking for at the moment, Gift Orban. It's a Nigerian player who trades with Gent, but now Tottenham are really looking for him. He's just 20 years old.
Yes, age do not really come up like that again. The moment you are 18, you can get a professional contract, and he has been doing it with Gent in Belgium. He has proved himself. He has banged in goals, and his performance have been on the high like that. So for a team like Tottenham to come for him, I think it's a good one for him. It's also a good one for Nigeria. I hope he has not played for Belgium, or I hope he has not played for any other country. We want to see the likes of our players doing it week in, week out in the EPL. Because the APL is a league that is being streamed all over the world, and people get to see the players. We hope that he'll be able to get a good contract, and we'll be able to get playing time to do it for Tottenham. Tottenham now, they are still, they are still in the midst of a Hurricanes issue. So they are not too settled for now, and they want Kane to stay, which happens to be his last year in his contract. And teams like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich are also looking for him. So it's a good one that Gift has been looked onto, and we believe that with his talent,
we'll be able to see him in the Premiership, and we'll see how good this guy is, because he's highly rated when it comes to football in Europe at the moment. And he has a better and a brighter future ahead of him.
Age is also on his side.
But before we leave Tottenham, let's look at this Hurricane issue. It's been on and on and on, and we, at least for now, we don't know whether Hurricane is going to leave Tottenham, or it's going to stay for the last 1 year, or it's going to move for a better club. Looking at the price tag that Tottenham has been put on this guy.
Season after season, when we are off season like this, Hurricane always come up. Last season, his issue came up with so many clubs, looking for a signature, and this season it has come again. But I think Bayern Munich is making a lot of progress, good progress, to be able to capture his signature. Tottenham is not helping matters because of the price tag. And I want to say, if the player wants to leave, he has, played for you for so many years. He has won so many matches for you so many years, but he has not been able to win so many trophies for you. This is a young man that is at his peak of his career. If he goes to Bayern Munich, I'm telling you, he's sure of a trophy. Even though they are
the likes of Mane has left Bayern Munich, and he has gone to Saudi Arabia.
But he caused his own problem. With the fighting of Sane during the Champions League. He caused a lot of problem for himself, and he was fined. So I think if Tottenham will allow the young good man, because it's no longer a young man,
and he's going to go to football.
Yes, let him go there and get some trophies for himself, because his career is almost coming to a
And that's what football is all about. It's all about trophies, laurels, and winning a lot of games. And I think Harry Kane deserves that as well. Not only being the captain of England, but also, getting enough laurels.
If you go to his kitties collection, you don't have anything there. If you turn back the hand of time and go to Kanu's collection, you see that the Champions League he won from Ajax. He is there. The Olympic gold he won for Nigeria in Atlanta is there. This is what we want to say. That's why people will also rate Kanu higher than Okocha today, because while Kanu was doing it for a big team like Arsenal, Okocha decided to go to Bolton Wanderers, which is a mediocre team. And today he's regretting that he went there, and he also said he went there because of the money. But when Kanu looks back at his collection, he will say, despite the heart problem, when I was playing, this is what I got.
When it was in Milan too, you did very well. So let's before we go to basketball, because we just want to talk about football. Oh God, we only have about 3 minutes before we go. But let me just quickly read this to you. The Confederation of African Football, as appointed Nigerian Football Federation, talking about Sanusi Mohammed as the match commissioner when Ghana will host Central African Republic in the final Group E match of the Africa Cup of Nations, the one the Cote d'Ivoire 2023 qualifier, and that will come up in September, and that's going to be a good news. And the referee is Ghana FA on Tuesday too, also informed that Peter Waweru Kamaru, a university lecturer from Kenya, will be the center.
I thought you were going to say from Nigeria. When I had Kamaru.
Well, that's how the name is. It's going to be the center referee in that game. All right, I said that we won't leave the studio until we talk about basketball. Yes, the Afro basketball, talking about the women's Afro basketball that is going on at the moment. Yes, it's good one that Mozambique team proved their superiority against the Cote d'Ivoire's team in a commanding 70-48 game after the fourth quarter of that game. And looking at that game, it shows that, I don't know, maybe the match will be almost over, or maybe it's still on at the moment. The quarterfinal is going to be between us, the Tigers and the Mozambique.
Yes, you see,
and it's coming up today, but I believe the match will be on by now.
Most of these African countries are coming up. If you ask a layman that Nigeria is going to take on Mozambique in the basketball competition, they will ask you, where is Mozambique in African map? But their girls have brought them out this time around, and I know that they are not pushovers. And for you to get to this stage, you must have a very good side. So the Nigerians should be weary of them. Go out there and get the necessary victory that will take us to the next stage. And you know, I've said it times without number, and we need to, you know, beam our searchlight on games like basketball, handball, boxing, table tennis, taekwondo, wrestling, and that everything should not just be on football. We have some individual games that can win us gold medal. If you play in the Olympics, the football team will only fetch you one medal. And
when you go for wrestling, taekwondo, you know,
one person will get a medal.
Swimming and all the rest. All right, Charles, I know if I allow you to go on and on, we won't leave the studio, but we just have to leave the studio now. It's you know, we've been talking about for like 55 minutes or thereabout, and it's been a wonderful time talking with you on Spotlight this wonderful
Thank you very much.
All right, that's how far we can go on Spotlight this evening. My name is David Ojo. Join me same time next week when we'll bring you another edition and update in the world of sports. Bye for now.